Anti-Semitism in Colorado is hitting record levels not recorded in the 45 years since the Anti-Defamation League started officially tracking incidents. Our Angela McCall spoke with a rabbi who says he didn't need to see this new report to know what's going on.
Synagogues across the country, the hate towards congregations is getting more intense.
The number and the seriousness and the intensity of some of the anti-Semitic rhetoric and experiences that we've had have gone way up. So we've seen that.
Rabbi Black at Temple Emmanuel doesn't need to see a report to know that he and his community have been targeted more this year than in the past 4 decades.
He says this report is a confirmation of what we already knew.
That report, released Tuesday from the Anti-Defamation League, shows across the country a 140% increase in anti-Semitic incidents since 2022. And in the mountain region, even higher, 199%.
What is alarming is how the impact of October 7th has changed the climate, both in terms of the safety and security that I think members of the Jewish community are feeling.
198 reports in 2023 alone in the state of Colorado.
Incidents in Colorado are currently outpacing what we're seeing at the national level. And it's unfortunate, but all across the country, we're just seeing more and more anti-Semitic incidents.
Scott Levin with ADL says most incidents include harassment, followed by vandalism. 3 assaults were also reported.
It's not just a number or a statistic to us. It's actual people with actual stories and impact on them.
The impact means congregations like Temple Emmanuel have additional security measures like cameras and guards as hate has increased.
For example, at every service now, we have to tell people where the exits are. And we have to tell people what our security protocols are. I've never had to do that in my rabbinate until the past 6 years.
Statistics that leave a lasting impact on the people whose stories are behind the data.
It does take a toll on all of us.
Rabbi Black says he saw an increase not just this year, but really over the past 7 years, particularly after the shooting that took place at a Pittsburgh synagogue in 2018. Also something to note as part of this report, even before October 7th, when the conflict in Israel began, anti-Semitic incidents were already at a record high by October 6th, meaning there was already an increase in hateful rhetoric before that conflict started.
I'm curious, Angela, how do they go about distinguishing between legitimate criticism of the actions of the state of Israel and what they deem to be anti-Semitic?
Right. The ADL actually addressed this. They said, so for instance, when someone speaks out in a critical manner against Israel, for instance, that would not be considered anti-Semitic, but for instance, like questioning the validity of the state of Israel would be considered anti-Semitic. And so they use that different bar there. But for instance, if you're going to rally, they said that is not inherently anti-Semitic.
All right, Angeline, thank you.